I grew up listening to the paranormal. In fact, after listening to I'm scared too, but just interested in these. I just haven't experienced it myself until I came to Chongqing for college. I just realized that my life is so complete. Not long after the righteous military training, it's 11 or 7 days off. I am from Shenyang. I'm not used to this stuffy heat in Chongqing. There's no air conditioning. At a nearby hotel with classmates, opened a room. I didn't expect to encounter a paranormal event on the first night. Let's make the classmates with me into steamed buns for the time being. I share a bed with steamed buns. We lay down and went to sleep after watching TV. While I was still asleep, suddenly I felt the steamed buns get up and get out of bed, walk towards the window. The lights weren't on. I didn't open my eyes either. He subconsciously touched the side. Yejian amplified the sound slightly. I called out, "What are you doing?" Result: the sound of steamed buns rang clearly in my ears. "What do you mean?" And I felt him lying right next to me, and I was refreshed. Then he asked me what was wrong. I was afraid that he would be afraid, so I said it was fine. For a few seconds, he blurted out something that broke me. "Steamed buns say hey. Do you also feel that there is someone in this room?" And then, a deathly silence. I don't even have the courage to turn on the lights. Later, the steamed buns finally couldn't stand it anymore. "Say, what's the matter? It's too crowded. Go to sleep. I want to cry and maintain a posture without tears. If you don't dare to move, you really fall asleep." I woke up the next day and wiped my saliva. Just pretend to be calm with the steamed bread and walk out of the room. Then he rolled and crawled back to school. Snow hid this. The second thing happened in my sophomore year. Montu and I have had boyfriends for a year. Let's call my boyfriend a living brother for now. His boyfriend is brother Liu. We are going to rent a house next to the school. I soon picked a nice neighborhood. 2 bedrooms and 1 living room. For people live together. It doesn't matter. Things happened one after another. That noon, I left home alone, going to school to make movie clips. An hour later, the 3 of them came to me to have dinner together. At the dinner table, Mantu looked up at Brother Sheng and Brother Liu from time to time. So I said, "What's wrong?" Brother Sheng said it was better to tell him. It happened at home after all, than say a lot. When we were about to go out today, looking in the mirror in the living room, suddenly I heard you calling my brother's name. I subconsciously looked back, find out without you. Then I realized you weren't home at all. I say, pull it down. Big noon net bullshit. Did you hear it wrong? Monto said, "It's not just me. They heard it too. It's very clear. I saw Brother Derivative and Brother Liu." They nodded. I still can't believe it. Then let's talk about the hawking sound of the vegetable market downstairs. Misheard? Monto shook his head seriously and said, "Absolutely not. Your Northeast dialect is so characteristic. So much different from Chongqing. How could we have heard it wrong? It's really you." So the 4 of us did some research. Not because of something at noon. We decided that our house was not clean, and the rent was paid for a year. absolutely cannot retreat. After all, 4 people. Nothing strange happened for the next few days, until one night around 8 o'clock. I'm eating out with my brother. Suddenly received a call from Montu. Asked me where I am. I said eating. He asked again if you were back just now. I said no. We've been outside. I'll be back in a while. What's the matter? The steamed bun stopped and said it's all right. Come back and talk. And we came back a little late that night. This thing is over. During the next few days of class, I asked Montu why he asked me that night. He kept saying it was nothing. Only later, they kept insisting that the 4 of us go out together, go home together. After a while, I finally realized that night. Why would he ask that? One night after 11 o'clock, Montu and brother Leo went to play billiards. We were supposed to go together, but I had a fight with my brother, so let them go first. Let's calm down and go. The result is not speculative. Brother Sheng and I got into a fight again. During this time I felt the light in the living room turn on. The door to our house is closed, but there is a relatively large gap at the bottom. I can feel the lights coming on. Then it was vaguely the conversation between Montu and brother Leo. Because of us, you are arguing endlessly. I didn't pay attention to what the steamed bread couple said, but I feel they were walking around in front of our house. After quarreling for a while, my brother and I made up. Then we sat on the bed without talking. I looked through the crack in the door, and the lights were off. I asked brother Sheng, "Are they back?" Brother Sheng said yes. Maybe in the house. I got up and went to their house for fear that they would worry. Tell them I'm okay with brother Sheng. Walked to the door of the full-headed couple. I knocked on the door. No one answered. I knocked again. No one. I pushed open the door. It was pitch black. Turned on the lights and found no one. I asked brother Sheng if you heard them coming back. How could there be no one? Brother Sheng said that when they quarreled just now, I heard them walking and talking in the living room. It should be back. Maybe it's because we're fine and left again. I don't feel right. I went back to the house and called the steamed bread. Asked them if they have been back just now. Steamed buns tell me for sure. They have been playing pool with their classmates, and they haven't seen us yet. One after another. Talk to me and brother Sheng. As a result, neither my nor my brother's phone numbers are in the service area. Montu asked me what happened. I said nothing and hung up. I sat back on the bed. I told brother Sheng what I just called. Brother Sheng was also surprised. In fact, I was already a little scared at that time, but didn't say. Then the steamed bread called and asked, "Did you also hear movement in the living room?" I said it was steamed buns after listening. Tell me about that incident some time ago. He called to ask if brother Sheng and I had been back. That's why. They also heard my conversation with brother Sheng. Sounds and walking sounds. It's accompanied by turning the lights on and off. I almost cried when I hung up the phone. I said to my brother with a crying voice, "Let's get out of here. Go find them." Brother Sheng said yes. The light in our house is broken, and it was dark all the time. Just as we were about to get up, something unexpected happened. I heard a woman's laughter clearly. laughed 4 times with a pause, big and clear. I collapsed into bed with a crying voice. Asked Brother Sheng what's the sound. Brother Sheng said it was a woman's laughter. I can't help hearing this. A terrified scream. Brother Sheng hugged me and said, "It's okay. It's okay. I'm here." I cried and said, "You shouldn't have said you heard it just now." And I went on and on about myself. See steamed buns. During this period, I felt like I was completely devastated. Then we couldn't live anymore. Bite the bullet and call the landlord. Unexpectedly, the landlord checked out very quickly. We moved into a classroom apartment on campus. But classrooms, apartments, don't have 2 bedrooms and 1 living room. So we lived separately from the steamed bread couple. The opposite building is still quite close. And a third thing, many people in our class rent houses outside. One of the boys, let's call him Shaoli for the time being. Shaoli rented a house outside the back door of the school. The houses over there are very old. Those who know Chongqing should know. Maybe it's because of Chongqing. It's hard to see the sun for many years. When building a house, it doesn't matter what. It's going south and north. That's my guess. It may also be the status restriction of the mountain city. Shaoli's house is aimed at extinguishing. It's gloomy even in broad daylight. Once we did a photography assignment. It requires an indoor play. I'm going to use Shaoli's house. A bunch of us with cameras and lights and stuff. Just go to his house. It happens. We divide the work. I and a few classmates added cameras to set up the lights. Talk to an actor. There are 2 girls responsible for putting Shaoli's living room. Move the excess into the house. Let's call these 2 girls C and D. For now, the venue will be packed up soon, and the auction can start. Suddenly, I heard the screams of the 2 girls who had the physical bug. It was a scream. I'm still scared to think about it now. We rushed into the house. I saw them both slumped on the bed. Is sitting on the bed facing the window. Tell me about the layout of the house. It's a little smaller. The end of the bed faces the window. The window is only about 1.5 meters open. Extra stools in the living room. Box or something. It was piled up by the 2 of them into this crevice. Shaoli hurriedly asked what was wrong. C said with trepidation, "I just saw a woman from upstairs. It fell." I hurried to look out the window. "Nothing." I said, "It's okay. It's okay. Read it wrong. Maybe the clothes blew off." At this time, my brother spoke. It was a woman. Definitely a woman. He was close to the window when he fell. I just looked up after putting things away. You can almost see his face, and saw his long hair blown up. We're facing a rendezvous. Bring them to the living room. Then, I felt unlucky. Filming is also suspended. Let's ask Shaoli to inquire about this. If it's not clean, don't live there anymore. After a few days, Shaoli said he listened to an old lady in their building. Once upon a time when a woman installed something from upstairs, stumbled and fell. Another version is that he moved in shortly before, during an earthquake. A woman was scared and jumped out of the window. We don't know which version looks like it. I only know that C and D are suffocated by this. They really saw it. This happened in the dormitory. Our dormitory is for 4 people. There is no elevator in the restaurant. This didn't happen in our dormitory, but I'm afraid I have to add several more letters. Also called classmates a mess. Just me and the buns for now. To replace the dormitory where the accident happened. 2 of the girls. One day at noon, the 4 girls in our dormitory went back to the dormitory together. Leaning on the mouth is commonly known as the mountain. I handed the thing in my hand to the steamed bread and asked him to take it. Then I took out the key and opened the door. The 2 girls were chatting in the back. After unscrewing it, I pushed the door to get ready to go in, but can't push it. I turned the key again. It is true that the door has been opened, but it cannot be pushed. I turned to look at the 3 of them. The steamed bread motioned for me to twist it again. I turned sideways, specially so that all 3 of them can see clearly. The door locked definitely moved. It should be open. The steamed bread kicked the door with its foot, but it still didn't work. It pisses me off. I slammed in the door. The strange thing is that the door is not motionless. It's as if someone is holding it. In a moment of maximum strength, the door opened a little bit and bounced back. Monto said it couldn't be a thief, right? The 2 girls also agreed. I said, bring it to a meal. I yell and push the door. The last time the door opened easily. I was about to go in with my head down. The steamed bread threw down the bag in his hand and grabbed me. The boss is strong. Turn around and leave. What's wrong with my love? When you turn to the staircase, one of the 2 girls said, the moment you open the door, I saw a woman being pointed at us, floating in the house. Montu also nodded. We didn't make it back to the dormitory at noon that day. He went to the temple at Sixiku and asked for blessings to take with him. Finally made it back. I just never dared to go back to bed alone. Here's another one. This is something I was involved in. The only paranormal event. The reason I must be paranormal. It's because every time I think about it, it's always there. Zhangji scene in the elevator. Those cold eyes. After many years, that look still makes me feel cold all over. It's freezing cold. This was 10 years ago. I just went out to work in a coastal city in the east, looking for a job for the next month. Brought in a few $100. When there are a few pieces left, I thought I would starve to death without a job. So I found a random cafeteria, the small electrical appliance factory in the dormitory, do general work in it. It was first arranged in the packaging workshop. In fact, I was still very unwilling at that time, because there are 7 people in the packaging workshop. I'm the only guy. The rest are women. Of course, I was young and insensible at that time. If it were now, I would definitely be happy. 6 women. All our young sisters-in-law who are already married. After I married, their greatest pleasure every day is to play with me, make fun of me, and it can be any joke, just not in the workshop. You just ruined me. It's not that they didn't mean it. It was I who fought to the death. Didn't let them succeed. It was so stupid then, pretending to be 25,800 all day. Serious face. Oh, by the way, It was fashionable to pretend to be cool back then, but I still work very hard, and I'm the only man, of course, rushed to do the hard work. Also, I'm short of money, and I'm about to run out of food, get paid by piece rate. So I go to work every day and basically arrive early, leave at the latest, so it's a joke. They are usually nice to me. It's all because of me at work, and the youngest take good care of me, even if I get it wrong sometimes, cause everyone to work overtime and rework, no complaints. So let's just say that this workshop is harmonious, happy, except I sometimes joke because of them, overdrive and get angry. The team leader is a young 30-year-old surnamed Jung. I call him Sister Jung. Takes special care of me. Sister Jung is from Ennui. Very beautiful. The impression is that the two words are hot. Hot body, hot temper. He has been working in this factory for 7 or 8 years. From the beginning of a small family workshop, up to the current 7-story factory building, witnessed the boss's fortune, although he is only the team leader of the packaging workshop. But the factory gave him face up and down. Enough gossip. Tell me what happened that night. It was a summer Saturday night. We work overtime and all night to catch up with the goods. It will be loaded and shipped on Sunday and towed to customs around 12 p.m. When I was hungry, I suggested going for a late night snack first. It turned out that, although they all thought my suggestion was good, but nobody wanted to go downstairs. So I promised to bring them up. The packaging workshop is on the 4th floor. There is a freight elevator. Usually, the company does not allow employees to use it, but no one cares at night. I watched the elevator stop on the 3rd floor for a long time before coming up, and you go down. The elevator suddenly stopped on the 3rd floor, door open. I saw Zhang Ji standing at the elevator entrance on the 3rd floor. Walk in without a word. It's pitch black. The 3rd floor is the spare parts warehouse. No overtime. I find it strange. Ask him, Sister Zhang. Why did you come to the 3rd floor? He didn't answer me. Just turned to look at me. Then keep staring at the numbers on the elevator. Although it was the last glance. But it suddenly made me feel a sense. I can't see what expression or emotion. I just feel so cold. It doesn't feel right. I have been working for more than 3 months. I clearly recognize that this is Zhang Ji, but in my head I doubt it. Sister Zhang is usually very warm and cheerful. Warm and cheerful enough to be described by the wind. Although at that time I thought there were 6 women in the workshop. Everyone is crazy, but Zhang Ji is undoubtedly the craziest one. I have never seen it. He looked like this. Usually he either laughs or rage. I'm not scared at this point. It just feels weird. But look, he's not talking, so I didn't ask. I don't talk much, and I know people who look happy. There will be times of depression. Fortunately, the elevator soon reached the 1st floor. We got out of the elevator in tandem. At this time, Sister Zhang is just starting to become a little like Sister Zhang. I mean, he started talking to me. He asked me, "Where are you going?" I thought he was playing a joke on me. While upstairs, he knew I was going to have supper. So I also joked and went to find the lady. I'm used to joking with them. I also became outspoken. He pauses a little bit in front, didn't look at me. Then I heard him laugh. How about looking for a lady? Go to the factory gate. The doorman is still watching TV. I know we're going to buy supper. Let me help him too. Bring a copy of this doorman who came in at the same time as me when applying for a job. We talked a few words at the door of the personnel department. Kind of know. So I would sometimes sit in the doorman's room, flip through the newspaper and watch TV. This person is in his 40s. 5 big and 3 thick. But it makes people feel obscene. Every time I see you, I say every time. Not an exaggeration. It's true. As soon as he sees me, they will all ask me how many I have done, with a smirk. I don't want to bring him. Let me take it in our workshop. Can't take so much. You're all right here. I went out to buy it myself. The doorman replied that 7 people from your workshop came down, and 3. What can't be taken? Bring me 1, quick. We ignored him, straight out. Nobody in the factory likes this doorman. In addition to occasionally scolding him, Sister Jung rarely talked to him. On the way, I asked Sister Jung who else came down, and he said no. I didn't care at the time. I think it might be someone from another workshop. Come down first. And the doorman mistook it for our workshop. From the factory gate to the place for supper, it's about a 5-minute walk. It's a crossroads. In the middle of the intersection is a large flower bed. We're going to a small alley diagonally opposite. There's a night market down the street. There are no traffic lights at this intersection. Fast forward to the intersection. Sister Jong suddenly accelerated and walked very fast, just when I was wondering, why is he running so fast? A big truck drive from the east side of the intersection. In fact, the car did not obey the traffic rules. He's going straight east, left, south, without going around the flower bed. Truck drivers are usually tough. It was late at night. There's nobody on the road. It was going really fast. Although the car is still dozens of meters away from me, I'm close to the speed of this car. I can't help but stop. And at this time, Sister Jong was already a little far away from me. Seeing him don't stop, you will definitely be hit by that big car. And he didn't seem to see anything, still moving forward, and I ran to try and grab him, although I was going as fast as I could, go after him, but my gut feeling is that I can't catch up. I'm done. The car wasn't slowing down at all, and the distance between me and him, at my normal running pace, it's impossible to catch up with him. And this is the moment. Sister Jong stopped. Stop in the middle of the road. And of course, that's all I've said. But it only happens in a few seconds. As I ran, I yelled for Sister Jong to run. I can hear the sound of my own heart beating. Just when I was desperate, I saw Sister Jong suddenly turn her head, see the truck nearby, shout out and run forward, running across the street and sitting on a flower bed. I have a disease. The back of the passing truck scolded, "Run over to see Sister Jong." She started making a fuss. That really scared the life out of me. Fortunately, I run fast. That carriage tried to hit me on purpose. Barabara, a whole bunch. I thought to myself, it looks more like the car you deliberately crashed. I asked him, what were you doing in the middle of the road just now? He said, I didn't stop. I keep running. Fortunately, I run fast. I called him crazy. The car is coming. You won't wait for him to pass before leaving. What, to run? I didn't bump into you and scared me half to death. The two were shocked. Temperament unscathed. Pick up half a name each. Still went to buy supper. I still brought a bowl of beef ramen for the doorman. The doorman was delighted. Praised me for my good character. Treat him to ramen. I asked him for money without hesitation. He gave me the money while asking me how the three of them went out. Two people come back. Did you do that one? This is Sister Jung walking to the front. I whispered to the doorman not to talk nonsense. What three people go out? The doorman laughed. The one in the white dress. Pretty girl. I went out with you and Sister Jung. You must have done it. I was terrified. You just saw. Three of us went out together. Are you dazzled? The unwaiting answer caught up with Sister Jung and went upstairs. Back to the workshop. A room full of women eating supper while listening to Sister Jung's Echo Gray story. The manager who was almost hit by a car just now. This kind of thing. That's a very tense, very scary moment. But the audience didn't feel it at all. It's fine, as long as you don't die. So the remaining 5 women agreed. When Sister Jung deliberately praised the master, or pretending to be hit by a car on purpose. In fact, I want something to happen with me, trying to seduce and tease me. Jung Ji was furious. 6 women got into a mess. I thought I was going to do it in the morning, done at 5 a.m. I couldn't sleep for a long time when I went back to the dormitory. It's like having a TV set in your head, revisiting what happened at night. Something went wrong from the elevator. Thinking of Sister Jung's eyes, I felt cold all over again, and there were only 2 of us going out. The doorman said there were 3. They talk about noses and eyes, and I can see it clearly. Sister Jung stopped in the middle of the road. He said he had been running. I can't think of anything in the end. Sleepy. I think I must ask the doorman tomorrow. I didn't wake up until after 3 p.m. the next day. There was nobody in the factory. Went out to play on Sundays. I'm going out to eat after washing up. The doorman has changed shifts by this time. This doorman is the father of common sense finance, an old man. I went to read the newspaper. The old man released the news to me when he came to work at 7 o'clock this morning. See the intersection ahead? A girl was killed by a car, blood off the ground. How pitiful. I'm surprised if I'm wearing a white dress. He asked me how I knew. I said casually that so-and-so told me. I haven't told anyone about this in 10 years. But it almost turned my worldview upside down. Before that, I know a committed atheist. After that, I sat down for 2 months before quitting my job, and for a long time afterwards. I have a fear of elevators, or fear of the people in the elevator. I'm afraid to look anyone in the eye in the elevator. Fortunately, the next 10 years, nothing like this has ever happened again.